Mac from It's Always Sunny gained like 100 pounds in one season.
You say I'm Charlie?
Yeah, you are Charlie. I'm Mac. D. And you're Dennis by.
I'm not Dennis.
Oh,
you think you're like the lovable stupid guy?
Yeah.
That's so crazy, dog. You're so much more Dennis.
You think so?
Yeah, because Dennis is like manipulative.
Stop calling me manipulative! I'm not manipulative! Knowing what you want and being charming isn't manipulative.
Dennis.
I'm a golden god.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out horse.
No.
I want a therapist so bad.
I love my therapist.
I'm so glad you asked me to do this because honestly, I need you guys to get me right today.
Okay.
I need you guys to tell me how to run my life.
And actually, we need this because the last 2 days we've just been attacking each other, and it's just been.
Okay, focus on me. Attack me. Tell me
what
to do.
I would never attack you ever. But
you might need to. I'm so bloated right now. Like everything.
No, you don't look great. But I do want to say, just now that we have microphones on, that me and you are pick me girls.
Yes, we are pick me's and we're girls.
Yeah, and you can be both.
Yeah, but you also are pick me.
You're almost definitely both.
Oh, you even have pick me, choose me.
Well, people bring that up to me all the time.
Yeah. People that's from like a show or something?
People say that Meredith Grey is the first pick me.
Right.
But no. I disagree.
There's just no way she's the first pick me.
No.
Yeah, in culture. Like, who just say?
What about Mother
Valley
Mary?
Girls.
Jesus' mom. She's like, I'm a virgin.
Isn't it so crazy?
It's so crazy. I'm a virgin. I guess my son's the best in the world. Oops. Fucking pick me.
I also think that people misuse pick me a lot.
Oh, sorry, like me just now.
Well, pick me
specifically. Are you referencing me just now?
But I actually don't. You're using definitions wrong, and it's just annoying.
No, this is good. I needed you guys to check me. That's what I.
Well, I called myself a pick me, and I called you a pick me, but I actually don't know if that's true because I actually feel like we like to actually tussle with the boys.
Totally. I mean, no, I don't think we are actually pick me's in the sense.
I do.
Definitely.
I do think both of you guys are pick me's.
Okay. I mean, that's really crazy.
Why are you guys?
Why do you think we're pick-me's?
I mean, just even in just like in our waitress interactions, you're like she was just reading off the specials and he was going, what?
Yeah, but I don't think you know what a pick-me is. So I am desperate and I crave attention from anybody who looks at me. That's one
a
thing.
Pick-me.
No, a pick-me is someone who thinks throws other women under the bus for male attention. So a pick-me would have been like, if I looked at the waitress, and I actually do things like this, but if I looked at him and was like, oh my God, I love waffles, he hates them. But
you do stuff like that all the time.
I guess, I am a real pick-me.
I love this restaurant. He tried to get us not come here.
Yeah. He's like he doesn't like your haircut. I was like,
okay.
You should have seen me with the waitress.
Okay, then
this
I'm
morning.
like not a pick me, but I have totally acted pick me sometimes. If I'm being completely honest, which I always will be on this podcast.
Yeah.
Get in there, dude. What the hell? What the hell?
He can hear you.
Yeah.
That's what the headphones are.
And I can see him. What's going on, Jimmy? No, but I've definitely acted pick me before.
Yeah.
But in younger years, and definitely like in private.
We're private pick me girls.
Yeah, just like totally stuff that like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we've all said something to somebody and then just been like, hope that doesn't get out.
Well, you know what I think the difference is, Cole, between us, and I don't want to speak for you, but I do feel like we have a kinship of like, I'm sure that we are both desperate for male attention in a way that like would validate us, where I don't think you've ever had you've had a surplus of attention your whole life. So I think it means less to you that when a guy likes you, you're kind of like, yeah, I mean, like, but do I like him? Where like
I never consider that.
When I see a guy, I'm like, oh.
You like me, so we're meant to be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me is like, you like me, but you're not even being able to afford me.
Yeah. You like me, which is probably bad for you since you're broke.
Right. You're going to really ruin yourself trying to like impress me. Like.
I'm like, you like me? I'll pay for everything you do.
That's so bad.
It's so bad.
I
have been single for a while, so I could say like, I'm not like that, but I'm not like that because I was like that.
What's the purchase that you're thinking of right now that you bought something?
My ex-boyfriend owes me $100.
For what?
I mean, that's just
He
like,
asked me for $100. He said he was going to pay me back when he got paid, and then he guilt tripped me about it.
Right.
And then like he just hadn't paid me back.
When was this?
Like 3-4 years ago.
That's really not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
It
like,
is
Well,
such
that's the thing that comes to mind. I mean, no, I haven't been paying bills for motherfuckers.
No, but it's
or
like you
anything.
ask a dude, hey, what have you done? It's like, I bought her a house.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I heard a girl on
Okay,
TikTok
well,
say the
yeah,
other day, she
men are
goes, I heard a
retarded.
girl go, you know that girls be out here giving their boyfriends their paycheck.
Pimping.
Girls be doing that. Girls will be giving their boyfriend their
They
paycheck.
be doing that.
Wait, I
Dylan?
do that.
Well,
Well, no, that's different because he pays for everything else. So you don't. That's not really even like your money. You're like paying him back.
Oh, okay. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
well,
These girls like don't. These girls have jobs and their boyfriends don't have jobs, and then they give their boyfriend money so that he can spend it. Your husband has a lot of money from his job, and then you have a credit card that you spend whatever you want on, and then you give him your paycheck.
We actually
because-
just got in a fight for Amazon Prime days.
Yeah, for sure. And that's because that's your life. You know.
that's awesome.
Because I wanted a water filter that took all the microplastics because I don't want microplastics in my balls.
Okay.
And then I also needed a new blender. And
I just got a new blender.
What
Sorry,
kind?
continue.
NutriBullet?
Really shitty one. No, not way cheaper than yours.
wait, why?
Just because of what was just said about the credit card thing.
Yeah, but like Amazon Prime days. It's Amazon Prime days.
Yeah, but I got the $15 one.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, so you bought a spoon. I bought a spoon. I own a spoon.
$15 spoon. That's exactly what I needed, guys. I
Okay.
just needed y'all to look at me and say, you've been doing it fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I'm here on your side.
Oh, okay.
The lesbian that brought a creamy.
What?
Wait, what?
I don't like
they brought an
that.
ice cream maker.
Oh, okay.
A NutriBullet creamy.
Oh,
So now we make ice cream out of protein shakes.
that is awesome.
Yeah. So then we take protein powder and we mix it in with almond. I have an eating disorder, but
No, but-
anyway,
No,
That's a
I've
great
seen
kind
exactly
of
what you're
solution.
talking about. They
It's
put
so
cottage
yummy.
cheese. They put cream cheese
Not
in
cottage
it.
cheese, no,
Sometimes
no.
they do, yeah.
not my family. Me
So-
and my family don't put cream in our
Colton, you're
ice
saying
cream.
some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
This is my TikTok algorithm.
Yeah, but your TikTok algorithm is probably scary.
Well, no, you couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Wait, I know we're going to
see
talk
it.
about your thing, but
Yeah.
I wanted to say one story before I forget it forever.
Yeah.
So my brother just told me he was having a baby. But it was on July 4th. And I was in Canada for July 4th, and I was doing shrooms at this cool light exhibit. It was Nat Geo, it was fucking awesome. And then I got out, and he called me. He's like, oh, and he like did a whole like, do you want to see my new house? And then he like took a tour, and then he showed me the sonogram, and my mind was like, what the fuck? And apparently my sister acted negatively, was like, you can't fucking afford a baby. Like Grammy's gonna be fucking pissed at you. So he thought I was reacting like that, and I go, no, Brockton, you are blowing my mind with the concept of birth right now. Like
Oh my
this is
God.
such a crazy thing. And then I was thinking about it more, and I was like, the fact that my sister's like, you can't afford a baby is crazy to me, because like if you think about poor people, it's like the stereotype is that they have babies.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
you can have a baby if you can't afford it. Like that's just like everybody's
Millions
doing
of
it.
people have babies they can't
Serious.
afford.
It's just
It
so funny.
happens all
If
the
you
time.
think about poor people,
Which we don't.
Which I choose not to.
Yeah, I hate thinking
It
about
makes me
poor
sad.
people.
It makes me
that.
sad to think about poor
no,
people.
it is really like people, like so many people have babies where it's like, oh, like you shouldn't even be alive. Like the way
Right,
you
right,
live,
right.
like you shouldn't even be
You're
doing
on
you.
borrowed time with your own
Yeah,
life, and you're
exactly.
buying more on credit.
I can't fathom. People have babies like at my financial situation with like a $15 blender. It's like, go get a $100 blender and like just make yourself happier that way. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
You know?
On my budget, people are having babies. What, $15 an hour?
yes, it's horrific.
That is,
Actually,
or maybe
20.
even less.
Yeah,
Maybe even less. I mean, yeah.
yeah. Normally
But
less.
he's also in med school, and he's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Doctors are gonna be fine.
He'll be
but
fine. I mean,
also-
he's related to you. I just feel like it's good.
He's fine.
He's really
he
young,
also, my
too.
sister was
Yeah,
like,
no,
they're not gonna be able to afford outfits. I go, actually, the outfits, that's gonna be fine, because
Also,
like my
other
family
people buy your shit.
loves to dress up babies.
Ooh, oh yeah.
We
for sure.
love to buy
for
like,
sure.
send him this outfit, this costume.
Oh, my brother's kids, like, literally, my brother, they don't buy the kid clothes because my mom, like, works at Gap, and it's
That's
like,
a thing.
she literally is constantly coming home with, like, full new outfits for the baby boys.
Rewind. Your mom works at Gap.
My mom is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but she is in New York City. She runs the Times Square. She's the manager of the entire Gap.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's so Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
It's like,
It's not.
It is so.
It is
Devil
not Devil Wears
Prada.
Prada.
it's not that, but she has.
Prada.
She does have.
Fenty.
You grew up
It's
poor,
Gap.
No, I didn't.
but she does have like
No, I didn't.
150 employees, and all of her Gap employees listen to the podcast. So shout out to the
Definitely
Gap
are-
team.
When the podcast gets bigger, you're gonna have to stop telling people where to find your close
Exactly
relatives.
where your mother works.
Oh no, my mom.
She's there Monday through
On
Friday,
Times Square.
bitches.
Times Square, she kind of looks like me, but shorter.
Honey, she's in Times Square is getting in fights with people. I'm honest to God. My mom is
Yes.
a public fighter, but
Really?
yeah.
Actually, I think your mom would love it if somebody went up to her in Times Square and was like, "Are you Dylan Carlina's mom?"
Oh, she's every gay person she meets, she's like. No, literally every gay person she meets, she goes, "You're gay? That's crazy. My son's gay. Have you heard his podcast?" All of my mom's employees are subscribed to the Patreon. And they're all like, she goes, "They talk about you in team meetings."
What?
Yeah.
Give me an example.
They'll be like, "Well, Dylan says this. Dylan always says this."
Yeah,
we,
like-
we need to sell more jeans. You know who looks great in jeans?
If you are gay, or even
Oh
if you
my
know,
God.
if my mom met someone who worked with a gay person, she would be like, "And my son Dylan's gay, and they should probably meet." She loves that I'm gay.
Has she tried to hook you up with anyone?
No, but she'll always be like, "You have to meet." Whenever I go, she goes, "Oh, you have to meet Eduardo," and whoever it is just like some gay guy. And she goes, "Eduardo," I'm just making up my name. Eduardo, you walk
No, you're
over,
not.
and she's like, "This is," and clearly just some like miserable gay guy folding clothes, just like, and you go, "This is my son Dylan. Remember I told you about him?" And he's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey, Eduardo."
Oh my God. That is my favorite story.
Yeah, that's all she ever does. And then whenever I goes home, she gives me clothes from Gap, so that's always nice.
Yeah, I mean, even if grandma doesn't work at Gap, grandparents they raise the baby.
Yeah, of course.
If you're too poor, your grandparents raise a baby, because that means your parents were too poor to make you a successful person, but now they've saved up a little bit, they're doing a little better, and they're going to raise your kid and make her a little
Well, I
better.
should say
Because they
my
feel
brother
guilty
listens.
about the way you
Exactly.
turned out.
Exactly.
My brother does listen, and him and his wife are raising their babies, and they're very cool. And I would think they would actively say my mom is not raising their baby.
No, yeah, but I'm
but she's
saying,
there every Wednesday.
but I'm saying grandparents be doing that shit.
Oh, for my grandparents, we were at their house every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
My grandmother was my best friend in middle school.
Yeah?
And I used to tell people that. I said, Nana's my best friend.
Yeah, and then
That's
how would
sad.
they react?
That's sad.
Did your brother have to get in a lot of
Yeah,
fights?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I love it.
Nana
I
was my
love
best-
it, but it's sad.
No, Nana was my best friend until I got the slut friends, and then Nana drove me around everywhere. But I would
yeah.
call my grandma and go, "Can I come over after?" She'd be like, "Yeah, let's hang out," and I would sleep there all the time. Yeah.
Would she say some of those kids are just so mean to you?
No,
Yeah.
she'd be like, "Your friend Allison has a really loud laugh." I'm like, "I know, everybody hates Allison."
Everybody hates Allison.
And I had kind of like I don't want to say loser friends, but kind of like let's say not popular friends. And I was really upset that I wasn't popular growing up, and so I would hang out with these two girls, and every Friday we'd have like Disney parties, which like we would like watch.
I wonder why.
Sorry, wait. What's a Disney party?
We watch like the Disney Channel original movie, and then you hang out in Allison's basement, and you guys do like arts and crafts, and I would say like, "Do you guys know what a blowjob is?" And
Pass
they'd be
me the
like,
glue.
and they'd be like, "We're too young to know what that is." And then the sluts picked me up in 8th grade because they felt bad for me because my sister died. And then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, guess who's cool?
Yeah, guess
Me.
who has the important blowjob info?
Yeah. And they were like,
Yeah.
"This guy's gay."
Seriously.
Isn't 8th grade when you ran for class president?
Yeah.
So not being bada bing, bada boom.
People really hated me.
When you ran for class
But he
president?
did have 2 friends now, so that is a big jump.
Well, I had the friends for a while, but then I just once I got the cool girlfriends, I was like, I'm done.
Can I tell you guys something now that you kind of like reminded me of a situation that happened to me in high school? People were running for class president, and no one was running for vice president. So I decided to run for vice president, and I was the only one. So I kept like doing like an obnoxiously extreme campaign because I thought it was funny that I was the only one running, and I was putting like my flyers everywhere and all of this. And then literally like the star quarterback one day in history class said that he was going to run for vice president. And I just started busting out crying. Because I knew it was over. I knew it was an L immediately.
And you lost.
Yeah. He announced that he was running like a week before. I had been like putting flyers everywhere for months. Like, he was just like, I think I'm gonna run. And everybody was like, yeah.
You're sitting in the back, just
Yeah.
tears streaming down your face.
The
Mom, we have
candidate,
to go back to FedEx.
the candidate we needed.
Yeah, seriously.
Speaking of which, you know that? Okay, we're not bringing up the assassination, but you know the interview with the kid who was also went to high school with the shooter?
No, I didn't watch any of it.
So they were interviewing this kid, and he was like, "Yeah, well, he got bullied a bunch, and like, if there's, it sounds like there's one male interviewer the entire time, and he's like, yeah, I don't know if that happened." And then just randomly, there's a female reporter who goes, "So like, what kind of names were you guys calling him?" And he's like, "I don't know. We just made fun of his clothes and."
Yeah, bullying's real,
Fashion
guys.
forward bullies.
Did you get called any specific names?
I think just like faggot and gay. But then I have to remind everybody that like nobody liked me. But then once my sister died, it's such a small school, everybody was like, be nice to
We'll
Dylan.
be chill.
So then after my sister died, it really helped me out.
My
That's-
dad
shit.
came up with more names than the kids in middle school.
Oh, your dad made fun of your friends in middle school.
No,
of
my
him.
dad would give my siblings nicknames to call me to bully me. Like GT was green teeth because he thought I didn't brush my teeth enough.
Oh, that's
GT, just call him GT. Or one time I
it's like not
wore.
even that good.
It's not great, but anyway, it hurt. And then one time I was running out of the house to go to church, and I just grabbed a pair of pants off the dryer, and they were my sister's bell bottoms, so they called me British Bell Bottom Boy, BBB.
Not BBB.
Yeah,
BBB.
this is why we get along because our families just like absolutely roasted us as
Yeah.
children. It was like I'm just sensitive.
That's when I got to school. I was like, you guys aren't even half as bad as my family.
Yeah.
And then I would come like to school with, verbal guns, and people would be like, why is he so mean to everybody? I'm like, this is nice.
Yeah. I'm not calling you GT and BBB.
I was trying
And the kids
to.
are like, what are you fucking saying?
These acronyms are
Yeah.
lame.
These acronyms are lame, but somehow devastating.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's going on with you now? You
Yeah.
said
You were just in LA.
unhinged.
Yeah, my life is like, I have no routine right now.
Yeah.
And I really like, I was glad when you guys asked me to do the podcast because I feel like you guys are like positive energy and like both do your own things. And I need to get back in my like doing my own thing and figuring out my place is a mess. I feel sweaty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's July
It
in
just-
Texas.
Yeah, but it's like,
But
you
you're
know when you
sweaty
feel
in the
sweaty
AC.
and fat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the first one.
But honey, I know both.
Yeah, well,
But
then
this
you
is
can
the
meet me
first time
halfway.
I've had long hair, and I didn't realize like the back of your neck gets wet.
It does.
I didn't realize that.
Oh wait, can I ask you? You're really not mad that I'm growing my hair out?
No.
Okay,
I
cool.
can't wait till it gets past this phase.
You don't like it?
No, I was being a dick.
Speaking of fat, did you guys know that Ozempic is sponsoring podcasts now?
No
Oh my God, I'm not
way.
joking.
Yeah.
Email them.
My wife hit me up. She's like, I think you guys should do it.
I really do.
Well, you know that people
Would
comment
you
on my
go
video.
on it?
Do you think I need to?
No. Would you be
Dylan,
annoyed if
do
people
not.
thought you did it?
People already are. They're commenting on my videos. Ozempic.
People think I am too. Do not.
well,
I don't look dead.
I was told recently I was like not to lose any more weight, but I thought I could lose another 60 pounds.
I think you should start bulking a
Listen,
little
I
bit.
think if everyone here
No.
got on Ozempic, our life would just get better.
Yeah, I do too. I think we
You
should.
know, I thought I was too skinny for Ozempic, but then I started taking it and I realized I'm not.
You should be skinnier every time.
Well, everybody knows that I'm meant to be 125 pounds.
Right.
No, you're not.
Okay, I
Yeah,
That'll
I am.
be
95.
scary. Have you seen Requiem for a Dream?
Welcome to a haunted house.
You're gonna be like Jared Leto.
Some guy tried to talk to me about like
125.
cutting, and I was like, I'm not gonna cut. I'm gonna live my life in bulk.
There's-
Bulk
Yeah.
in season. My life is gonna be lived in bulk.
It
in
would be
wonder what
fun
season.
to see you cut though.
I wonder what. Oh, I bet you would look so good cut. I wonder what
It
you
would
would
be
look like really
crazy.
fat. You know what you should do? You should gain 100 pounds just to lose
crazy.
it. You should gain 100 pounds just to see
I
how people.
can't. I literally can't.
No, I
I've
can
tried my
help you.
entire life.
No, No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No.
Colton,
The heaviest I've ever been is 210.
You need
and
to eat
that's
more
me.
cereal.
That's me chugging a gallon of milk every single day.
you give me
Okay,
some
what do you
gu-
think that
gi-
does? That's like the skinniest way to gain weight in the world.
Colton, you
What
give
do
me
you-
Chugging milk.
Colton, you give me
That does give homeschool, Colton.
you give
It's
me
actually like poor Russian kid. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. Do you have any milk?
Dylan is on a diet talking about an ice cream maker, and you're saying that you're trying to gain weight by chugging milk?
Yeah.
Make ice cream.
No, not even ice cream. I'll tell you this: you give me 1 year some duct tape and Chinese food, I'll get you 300 pounds, no problem.
What's duct tape
Yeah,
gonna do?
what's the
Tie
duct
you down.
tape
You can't be
for?
moving too much. You have to just kind of you have to really sink into a depression where you like don't want to move your body.
Yeah, that's
And-
what it is. You need to be really depressed.
And you
Well,
usually-
I feel like I'm sad enough. I'm fine.
no, but you're not sad
Not
enough
enough.
where you don't move you keep moving your body. That's the problem.
Yeah,
No,
you
need
keep
to
trying
stop.
every day. You
Yeah.
need to stop trying every day.
You have to
Every
stop.
day?
I gave up once.
I've given up so many times.
Yeah, like you have no idea what it's
If
like.
I
to-
have to take a day off, I'm like, this was the worst day of my life.
No, I've gotten so fat that I had to make a video of myself and go, Dylan, look what you've done to yourself. It's time to change.
Do you have that video?
I wish I did. It's on an old phone because back in the day we all had those different phones where you could take your SIM card in and out, but now it's all iPhone, so it wasn't on the cloud. But yeah, I know that. I remember exactly where I was sitting in my friend Hannah's mom's house that I lived in, and I would smoke cigarettes in, and I was 400 pounds, and I just took a video, and I was like, "You need to change," and then I did. But I think
Is that where you wrote that joke? She's like, I was talking to you, pig.
no, that I actually already started looking at. But what a great closing joke.
Yeah.
I don't remember that joke.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah, you
made
do.
I've never made a video about myself, but I would like to see you fat, and I would like to see you cut.
All right.
Pull him back.
It'll honestly take me a week to cut because I have to try.
such-
But he's so Charlie.
No, but Mac from It's Always Sunny gained like 100 pounds in one season.
Do you say I'm Charlie?
Yeah, you are Charlie. I'm Mac. D.
I'm
and you're Dennis by.
I'm not Dennis.
Oh, you're not
I'm
Dennis,
for
you're-
sure.
No.
I'm Mac, if anyone. I
I'm
think
Mac,
you're
too.
Dennis.
No,
No, you're
no, no,
Dennis.
no.
I'm Mac.
You are not
Everyone-
Mac.
No,
Everyone knows
he's
I'm
the
Mac.
he's
Oh my
the
God,
priest
why are
before
you
we
Mac?
ruin his
Rickety
life.
Cricket. you are
Do you
right.
think you're like?
He's
do you think
rickety.
you're like the lovable stupid guy?
Yeah.
That's so crazy, Dylan.
Dylan, you have way more
You are
Dennis
so
than
much
Mac.
Dennis.
Yeah.
You like if for this scenario, you're so much more Dennis.
You think so?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Dennis
Yeah.
is like
Jimmy
manipulative.
is Mac.
Stop calling me manipulative! I'm not manipulative! Knowing what you want and being charming isn't manipulative.
Is it Dennis? Is it Dennis?
I'm a golden god.
I'm the greatest artist of my generation. What do you want me to say?
Yeah,
Pretty
you're
Dennis.
You think I'm Dennis?
You don't know what we're talking about. We're always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Always
I don't
Sunny.
know.
It's one of the greatest shows ever lived. And they'll all be on the podcast. They're coming on the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm
booked yet.
excited.
That would be
This
funny
podcast
if
is
we
blowing
dressed
up.
as each one of them when they came on, and you're Dennis.
Yeah, I'll be Dennis. I'll be okay. I guess I'm Dennis. Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
I'm now that we're all sober. We're
Yeah.
3 sober girls.
Well, Liz keeps
I want,
relapsing on marijuana.
and I keep on relapsing, but I'm 3 days sober on alcohol, and so I would just like to go around the room and just say how it's affected my drinking has affected you personally.
Okay, so we talk about how your drinking has affected us.
Yeah.
Okay, and then are we going to talk about how my weed has affected y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then what are we talking about with Dylan? Do you don't smoke weed now?
No, but I'm currently lying to my roommates and they think I quit vaping and now I'm doing that.
So all you're doing is vaping, no weed, no alcohol.
I'm really not smoking weed. I do taking sometimes a little bit.
We
but
can
not-
talk about how his witchcraft has affected us personally.
Okay,
Success.
I guess.
I'm sorry. Look at the podcast. What do you think? What do you think these spells have been for nothing? No, it's all personal gain.
Are you casting spells?
What?
I'm not up to date. I didn't know you were casting spells.
For the last 2 years.
You're upset that people are calling you manipulative, but you're casting spells on everyone?
Not other people, for myself, for my career.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, it could be affecting the people around you.
Think about the things I've gotten.
Okay. No, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. It does. I thought it was based on talent and merit.
I have that too.
Right.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to tell if it's the hard work I'm doing or the natural talent or the spells.
The spells.
I'm gonna go with the spells.
I'm
you-
going to go with the hard work.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'll go with talent. I don't think there's a ton of hard worker spells going into
You don't think
play.
I'm working hard?
I think that if you cast a hard working spell, then you're going to go like, oh, I can work harder.
Well, I'm not doing a hard working spell. I'm doing hard work, and then I have the talent, and then I'm using the spells to have other people recognize it.
What's up with your spells? Like, what kind of spells?
That's private. But I think we're going back to Colton's drinking.
Feels like we're talking about publicly. Okay, yeah. Colton's drinking.
How it affected you personally, and Jimmy, you can chime in too.
How's
I don't
it
really have
affected you?
anything. I have we were in New Orleans and Colt and I got drunk together, and then I lost my hat, and I really liked that hat.
Yeah, he stuck his head out the window because he has very much golden retriever energy. And
Drunk Jimmy is so fun.
I love drunk Jimmy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Drunk Jimmy is like you really got something. You're really special.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a positive guy. Freaking positive guy.
I feel like drinking does, turn up whatever you already are.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't been around you a ton when you're drunk.
You also don't think
Actually, the thing is, you have.
Yeah, you've really kept it under wraps the
Oh.
last year pretty well. I would say your drinking hasn't affected me at all. Other than I do feel like sometimes you're really anxious, and that will come over, and I have to. But
That's like the biggest issue with me and smoking. But what you were drunk when you did the Absolute show without Dylan the first time.
Both times.
Both times.
Yeah.
Okay, well I didn't notice the second time. But the first time you had like a big ol' 40, and I didn't. That was like right when I found out you first started drinking again. So I didn't like I mean, you were doing great and everything went fine, but the whole time I was just like asking. For some reason, I was convinced that this was like a prop. I thought it was like a prop 40. And then I kind of had to be like, because I don't drink, so when you drank it, like made me be like, this can't be a thing. But then it was indeed a real 40. But that didn't really affect me.
You were drinking
It just
40s?
It was a 40. And that's what was crazy. It was like a
Did
cold.
you choose that?
It was like a big old.
I think what you don't realize is that your drinking really only affects you.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know.
No, I know.
That's how I feel about
That's why I
weed.
stopped again, because I'm like, oh, we've reached bottom for Colton. You know?
Interesting.
I think also just like it
Pretty
will.
good bottom.
Yeah, you didn't get too bad, and I think it will only help you to stop drinking.
Agreed.
I also just personally feel like that my own is that like I've never been better at stand up now that I don't drink.
Oh.
It's just like there's no way your stand up doesn't get like so much better, and you're already good. So I feel like it's gonna be even more nice.
I feel like
response time is-
it's me just cutting off connections.
Yeah.
Opposed to just like me actually like living in the world and being connected.
Like when you drink?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like on Vampire Diaries when a witch turns into a vampire, they're always upset because they can never feel the garden anymore. It's kind of like when you're drinking, you can't feel the garden.
Yeah. I don't know exactly the show, but yes.
Yeah, but that was.
I don't know the show at all.
But you got
But
exactly
I
what I was
totally
saying.
got it based off what you
Yeah.
said. And I would also want to feel the garden. That's how I felt about smoking. We're going through such a parallel
Yeah.
thing.
I think that's what I was going to say for you. It was like,
What?
whenever you're sober, we're always like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
But whenever you're high, you're always like, hi.
I know. And that's what
gotta
I
go.
realized. I fucking hate it. It makes my skin crawl when I'm like.
The only time I
thinking about
really
them, I'm
love
like,
smoking pot is I smoke pot before I work out, because then by the time I'm done working out, I'm not high anymore. But while I'm working out, I'm like, oh my god, you can do anything.
Yeah. I like it right before I go to bed. And really, like, I'm trying to get away from smoking anything at all entirely. Like, that's my goal right now is, like, and, like, it's not going well, but just, like, maybe taking, like, an edible before I go to bed, like, after work, right, just to, like, chill down.
Yeah.
And then also just to, like, have something to tell myself, like, you have a little treat for you. I think because
Yeah.
I'm big reward based.
Well, I also I'm reward based as well, but I also think it's hard when the jobs that we're doing, if we're going out every night. You know, I kill at stand. If you kill at stand up, like especially those late night shows, you get home, you're like, how am I supposed to sleep now? I was just a god.
Exactly.
You know, and
like nothing else to gratify
Yeah.
me. Like it's very weird. And then also like just obviously like the being around people is like strange at the beginning. Like now I don't even notice when I'm around people who drink, but.
Clearly,
With
even when they have a 40 in their hand.
Exactly. No, see, I just don't even notice. But with weed or like smoking cigarettes, because I also like I mix my weed with nicotine, so it makes it even like crazier to like try and quit it. But now when I'm around other people who are smoking, I'm like, I could do that. Like you know, I did spots tonight. I made money. I could smoke, and then I convinced myself, and then it's like anxiety city. Like I just can't get out of that fucking anxiety.
Yeah.
And it's only me. Like nobody else gives a fuck. And then I tell everybody I'm quitting, and then they're like, "Oh, you're smoking?" And I'm like, "That's
the thing about doing stuff. You have to like not tell anybody.
I need to be more mysterious. You guys are better at that. I think gay guys in general are better at being mysterious.
Hiding.
I want to hide more.
You're mysterious.
Yeah, I didn't know we had a husband for like A year.
Yeah, I think my thing is I deflect a lot. So if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm usually like, yeah, I'm fine, but like, you look stressed.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but I just go into my entire life, like right now, like when we just, me right now.
But I'm not. I don't feel like I'm mysterious at all.
I think you're kind of mysterious.
You're mysterious.
You think so? I feel like everywhere I go, I open the door, I go, like, you're never gonna guess whose cock I just sucked.
Yeah, well, but you never say whose cock you sucked. You just say that you were sucking a cock.
That's true, because everything is private.
And also, like, I never know. It is private, exactly. But
Yeah,
I would
Eddie
tell
doesn't
you.
know the name.
Got me, Jimmy. You got me there. You got me there.
Yeah, I'd be like, show me a picture. Like, I literally deleted Grindr. I can't.
Yeah.
That person's
That's
gone
another reason I want to
forever.
stop smoking pot. Every time I smoke pot, I go, you have to delete your Grindr. I feel so. I feel all of a sudden get so much like anxiety about like the crazy sexual things I talk about, and then I'm like, you gotta delete Grindr.
Yeah, it makes me way more paranoid.
Yeah.
Just in general about everything.
I have two
Like, can I
separate
get arrested for
sessions.
sucking cock?
Yes, in public.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that.
Okay. I have a top session scheduled for today and a bottom session scheduled for tomorrow. And then on Friday, I have couples therapy with Chip on Friday.
You're gonna have a lot to talk about in therapy.
Seriously.
But my therapist said that the
you
people I
zooming
hook
in?
up with is none of his business because it's invading their privacy. They didn't
the other
consent.
person.
They didn't consent to like me telling everything about the experience to Chip, and I was like, "Oh, damn."
I mean, when you fuck a married man, you do. Right? Like, if I fucked a reporter, I'd be like, well, this might be on the record. No?
That's true.
No,
Even my
no,
friend-
no. You're allowed to be off the record at any time with a reporter.
If you say off the record.
Yeah,
off
but
the record, off the
I
record,
just
off the record.
assume
I don't know.
with my people, with my friends who are like in very serious relationships, I just assume that their partner knows everything.
100%.
Because I'm just like, and with certain, and let me tell you something. With some of them, I know things that their partner doesn't know, but
Like what?
that's private. And but
We're not even talking about a specific person.
I can't believe you called yourself not mysterious. You're so good at knowing what's private. I want to learn. I'm jealous right now.
Is it a boundaries thing?
there's certain things.
I have no boundaries.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like new bound. I'm like, yeah, what's it called? I'm like journey. What's it?
You know, me and my
Bounds?
friends
What's it,
didn't
no
have any
boundaries?
boundaries. Me and my friends
No,
didn't have any
fans.
boundaries younger, and we
What?
all kind of got like intertwined.
No,
into
no,
each
I'm
other's
so sorry.
stuff.
What? She
I'm
said
like Vans.
new-
It's like no boundaries, right? That's the name.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, the shoe company.
The shoe
So
company.
that makes sense with the New Balance thing. Okay.
Right.
great.
Yeah, I tried to do New Balance. And, okay, sorry.
No, it literally was nothing.
Okay.
No, I was just saying that me and my friends didn't have any boundaries. We grew up in a small town, so we were like all really connected and interwoven into each other's dramas, and it just became very toxic. And we all did a lot of work on ourselves to kind of make sure, like, okay, like your relationship is none of my business, even though you called me at 3:00 in the morning to help you move out, you know. And so it became things like, all right, we have like me and my friend Nissa have like a lot of like, in a good way, great boundaries where it's like we would never overstep into each other's personal lives and are always more supportive than we are.
My
intertwined.
problem with that is that I've heard like there's one specific friend I have that keeps on talking about breaking up with this person, and they talk about it all the fucking time, and it's like at some point.
Well, then you say to them, so if that was you would be like, hey, I'd be like, honestly, you talk about this a lot, and that's completely fine, but I don't really want to talk about it anymore unless you're going to do it. Or not even unless you're gonna do it. Be like, hey, I just like you talk about this a lot, and I don't want to talk about. You can say like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
That feels so rude.
I've said that to my friends before. I was like, I go, you're not recognizing this pattern. You're allowed to do whatever you want, but I no longer want to talk about it.
Right. I've done the like we can't talk about it unless you start doing something about it. Yeah.
Okay.
But then one time
But I also think, like, if you if I told my boy something and he told his wife, I wouldn't get angry. I would just be like, I assume that to be the case. Like,
What
I
do you
assume,
mean?
like, anything.
like but
Literally, if I tell Jimmy something, I know that Carmen also knows.
Yeah.
for sure. But how did that have to do with?
That was
I'm not sure.
how we got onto that whole topic
Yeah.
about boundaries.
Oh.
And it's like, I don't think it's overstepping a boundary just to be like, oh, I told my wife.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not concerned about really people telling anything about me. I'm concerned about me telling everybody everything about me.
You're
can't.
You're gonna dry snitch on yourself.
Yeah, that's why I can't fuck a comic, because everybody's like, oh well, like, you know, people will find out. I'm like, yeah, because I would tell everybody.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would tell everybody immediately.
Have you had sex
'Cause
with comics?
No. Well, I dated a comic once,
Yeah.
like at the very beginning, and
In Austin.
No. And when I was in Dallas, I did this. The guy who owes me $100 actually. Obviously.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love that it is a small number, but you're like, and I'm never gonna forget.
Yeah, I'll never forget.
$100, I would forget.
Yeah.
Probably the next week.
Okay, well, congrats. I'm not gonna fucking get.
Well, yeah, but you grew up differently than us.
Yeah,
You
well,
grew
no,
up
I
poor?
didn't grow up poor. I need you to stop. I need you to stop putting that narrative. Just because we're both fat growing up, we're not also poor. Yeah,
Yikes,
so
that's embarrassing.
it is a little number, Colton. It definitely is a little number, but that's not what it's about. It's about the fact that you owe me money. Because when you grow up rich, you learn that you don't give away your money like that.
Yeah. Well, when you
Yeah.
go up poor rich,
Poor rich.
like middle class.
Are you trying to say that I grew up middle class?
Did you grow up?
My parents are billionaires.
That's so cool.
I'm just kidding. But
I do feel like billionaires are the
they
stingiest.
share a timeshare in Destin, Florida, so I really wouldn't keep talking to me like that.
I feel like
Know your fucking place.
Yeah.
wait, Destin?
Destin? Yeah, Destin, Florida.
I love Destin, Florida. We're saying Destin, right?
Destin.
Great.
Florida.
Destin, Florida is one of my favorite beaches in the world.
It really is one of the best beaches in the world.
I
And
actually-
my parents own a condo down there. So.
Have they experienced some of the shark attacks down there?
No. But one time there was a summer there where there was full of jellyfish. And I got stung by a jellyfish, and the second I got stung, I was like,
Who's gonna PM me?
okay, it's okay. And then I was just like, it hurts so bad. I just
Where'd you
was
get
crying.
stung? On
I
your
think on my
leg?
thigh or something.
Yeah.
They wanted it.
Do you remember being kids and like arguing with other kids over whose parents had more money and like those arguments or no?
No.
I remember like being a little kid and there was one kid who's like, oh yeah, well you don't even have a flat screen TV. And then the other kid was like, I don't need a flat screen TV. My parents brought me to Italy. And then that
that's
was like
sick.
the back and forth.
Yeah.
What's
no.
the point of taking kids abroad? Like when
Oh,
they're
it's
little
pointless.
kids, it's so stupid.
Pointless, but it's
I
so
wouldn't
funny-
take my kid out of the state until they're 18.
But for a 10-year-old to be like, who needs, SpongeBob in HD? I have the leaning tower of pizza.
Exactly. They're like, have you ever had meatballs in Rome?
Yeah.
No,
We did a lot of abroad traveling.
You did a lot of abroad traveling? Okay. He just won the parents a richer competition. I didn't do that till I was older.
Well, we lived in England, so it was a hop, skip, and a jump away. It was easy.
Ooh.
I didn't even go on a plane until I was 14. My first trip out of it was through a Make-A-Wish trip.
No, we know you're the poorest. No.
Matt goes, I cannot believe Dylan doesn't want to go to Australia. That's so sad.
Who's Matt?
Matt, the guy who helped you out with $500.
Oh yeah, that guy sent me $500.
What, you're going to Australia?
No, I do want to go. I don't know. We were talking about maybe going to Australia for the podcast, but I'm sure we have like 2 listeners there.
No.
We have,
We have
quite
Australia.
A bit. Yeah, we have quite a bit of Australia, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Aussie
We have at
boys.
least 5 because they all send me dick pics.
Hello.
And you know what's crazy? No one sends me dick pics. They all send Colton dick pics. And then Colton has a guy who sends him money because he's hot. And then the guy heard on the podcast that I lost my job. So he sent me a pity $500. As Dylan, you need some help.
Okay, I don't have a job either, and I didn't get the 500, Dylan. So.
Yeah.
No, I love you. I was just messaging with him today.
I message with him a lot.
Yeah, he's very active.
I actually really like that guy.
He hates that.
Yeah, he
Okay.
hates that. He hates
But
that.
Liz,
He actually said,
Liz, now-
stop having
Liz.
women on the podcast.
chill out with the oversized shirts. Your body's looking incredible.
Okay, no, I'm so bloated today.
No, you
That's
look
the other
great.
thing you guys had to fix in me. I'm eating too much sugar.
I am too. I eat ice cream every night.
No. It's
And not the
gotten so
protein
bad.
ice cream. Bluebell.
I had 4 bowls of Cocoa Pebbles last night.
You need help.
I need help.
No, that's 4 bowls of cereal at night. No,
might have
you
been
need to
3.
be locked up.
It was fucked.
It was 4. It's not 3.
I was 4. And I feel so sweaty and fat and gross today. And my acupuncturist was like, your sugar triggers are all like fucked up. And I was
Sugar
just
triggers?
I was like,
What the hell is a sugar
fuck?
trigger?
They're like points in your stomach, I guess, that just like the acupuncturist tells me I'm fat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What do you think she'd say to
You
me?
need to stick a needle in there?
She'd say you're perfect or something. No,
She's like, oh, this is actually taking a while to get to the point.
yeah.
Still going.
No, she did. They don't put needles in your stomach, actually. But she put this like thing on top of me that like smokes, and it like, I don't know. It's really cool. You guys should try acupuncture.
Sounds like
Thank you.
witchcraft. I like that.
It really pretty much is close.
Yeah.
I'm getting a muscle test on Friday.
I like that you needed to go there for your sugar trigger when you could just be like, no, I ate 4 bowls of fucking Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, but I needed somebody to take $60 and tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can be that person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Then
lay
I'll-
down and we'll. Oh.
Just poke me with forks.
I go, where's
Sugar trigger,
I go,
sugar
where's your
trigger.
wallet?
Where does your wallet hurt? Yeah.
I just was
Eating
eating
too much
beef
sugar.
jerky and it said no sugar on it. I was like, why the fuck would there ever be sugar in
There's
beef
so much
jerky?
sugar.
In everything.
And then I looked at the other beef jerkies. I was like, why is there sugar in beef jerky? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I try to cut out as much sugar as I can, but now that I'm not drinking, my body's going like, maybe we
Just do
should.
natural sugar.
I'm just going to cut out sugar. I don't need it.
I heard on TikTok that this guy said that he doesn't eat anything but fruit until noon,
Whoa.
and so that's
That
why
would
I'm
Okay,
work
but
for me.
life
That would
is
make- that
meant
would
to
make
be
me sick.
lived.
Yeah, that
I
would make
had
me sick.
bacon and eggs this
said
morning.
by a man whose father has a boat.
He does.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a man living.
Yeah, that's a man
that
living.
Yeah,
lives.
you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
shame a guy because he has a boat and he's
I thought
successful.
everybody was gonna be on my side.
No.
I mean, not
Hey,
in this case.
if you guys don't
I
have,
said eat more, and you're like, they're gonna be on
yeah,
my
it seems
side.
like that's a guy you should be nice to.
Yeah,
yeah, he's
but
always.
that's how you
shamed.
know you're real when you're mean to the rich people.
That's
That,
true.
and rich people love that because like no one talks to me like this.
I know.
Okay, what's going on with the mothership security guards and why they all are gay baiting me?
Oh,
They hug me. They go like, "Hi, Dylan. Hi." I go.
I know.
It's so crazy. Even the ones that you guys will be like, "He's literally homophobic," is like kissing me on the neck.
Right, which is like all of them. But the most homophobic, I mean, isn't that true with a lot of dudes? Actually, I am curious. Isn't that true with a lot of dudes where like, if they're super like outwardly saying like homophobic stuff, and I feel like there's maybe, educate me on this, but there's some homophobia where it's like anger fueled and there's like rage and they're like actually calling you guys faggots and like being aggressive.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who are like, I don't want to get like emotional, but they live wrong and this is against what the world should be.
Yeah, which
But
one
I'll
do
be
you li-
polite to you guys in real life. Isn't that a thing?
Ooh, yeah. But which one do we like more?
I like the anger one because I feel
like,
like
yeah.
I know where that's coming from.
And that's them
Right.
being gay.
yeah, and that's your gay.
The other one's like
That's
sad.
your gay? Because I've met a lot of people who are like for instance, I could think of a few security guards who are like, they're like, I don't agree with that lifestyle. Like, God forbid my son is ever like that, but hey, what's up? And then they'll like make gay jokes with each other all day long, like as straight
Well,
men.
literally, there's one guy there that I'm not joking. You guys were like, "He's Dylan. He's so homophobic." And
I know
s-
exactly who you're talking
And
about.
every time it comes up, I walk by and it's a hug, and I'm like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Everyone's telling me you're homophobic. You're like, you're hugging me every single time you see me."
Right.
You said that to him?
No, I'm always like, "Hi."
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, he's like a really sweet guy.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, do you follow him on Instagram?
No.
It's like literally.
I know what you're talking about now too.
Yeah, it's like literally like Hillary Clinton is a lizard. Like everybody is like.
Oh my God,
Like
I
the
love
Jew.
Hill.
He's like he probably doesn't judge you and like care that you're gay because he knows that that's like the Jews' fault.
That's so funny.
You know what I mean?
You know what I do?
yeah. I love the white conspiracy theorists and the black Israelites kind of go like this
Yeah,
sometimes.
to the Jews.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
Well, you know what I've noticed? I mean, this is me like complimenting myself, but
As it should be.
but like the homophobic, like funny almost beats their homophobia. Where if
Totally.
they like your stand up, they're like, well, what are we gonna do?
Totally.
Like I think they just like my stand up, so they're like, well, not him.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They go,
and you're
that's
just a
one of the good
charmer.
ones.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Literally.
Yeah, that's definitely happened. Even that's happened with race throughout the years.
Yeah.
It's happened with
And
age,
the pick me
class,
part of me is kind of like,
Women.
women.
and that's my problem is that when they're like, you're not like the other ones, I go, thank you.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Pick me.
Okay, so that's how I pick me. Back to the pick me. When people are like, man, all female comics are so horrible, but you're actually funny. I'm like, don't say that.
Oh, you're crazy.
No, have you seen this other girl?
Yeah, you go like,
Yeah,
oh my
she's-
God, that's awful and wrong, but I know what
That's
you mean.
Horrible, but I know what you're saying.
I know what you
I've
mean.
seen
That's
that.
so funny. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that's my problem.
That's just, I don't even know if it's my problem. I think it's one of the better qualities I have about myself right now. I just know.
That.
I just know that I'm a pick-me in that
Oh,
way.
okay. Yeah.
And that's the only way. But I will say, like, sometimes I get turned up on guys when they say, like, all female comics suck, but you're pretty funny. It does kind of, like, I'll turn and I'll be like, have you not looked up Jordan Jensen? What about Steph Toloff?
I know that's good, two great names.
Now, dude, I'm just curious when you're like out dating in the world, are guys still negging you? No, but like not even just with shows. I'm curious.
Dating.
Yeah, just like out and about. Do you get
Let's
that?
play this when I'm dating.
Because that sounds like a neg, being like, I hate female comics, but you're pretty funny. And I'm curious if that happens outside of just being a comic. Because I remember there was that book that everyone talked about, the fucking game, remember?
Yeah.
And that's what they said, like, oh, greasy hair doesn't normally look good, but you pull it off, or shit like that.
Okay, so I feel like you insulted me twice.
No.
I'm like thinking about my hair. No,
not-
I get what you're saying.
We have some dry shampoo if you want it though.
Yeah, I do need it. But guys, this is interesting to me because I never even considered that being a neg.
Yeah.
Guys
it definitely
hate
sounds
me.
like one.
I never feel like I get hit on ever. At all. The one time I remember, like, I opened for McCusker, like, in Houston, and this guy came up to me and was like, dude, like, all female comics suck, but, like, you were actually funny. Like, you were actually funny up there. And I turned and I was like, that's not a fucking compliment or something, and I just, like, walked away, and the feature act was like, he was trying to compliment you, and I was like, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
And I got, like, mad, and then I kind of learned something that day, but...
What'd you learn?
Well, I learned that, like, he was trying to be nice, even though he was, like, being a total dipshit.
Yeah.
And really, like, instead of being like, that's not a fucking compliment, what I'm going to say in the future is, like, thank you, I hear what you're saying, but, like, you should check out these comments. And say, like, Jordan Jensen, say Steph Toloff, say, like, you know, all the other women I know are really funny.
I only say something
It
when
is
they're-
funny because I opened for Shane once, and that exact same thing happened. And then they started like thinking that they could like grab me and do like crazy stuff, and I was like,
I know.
"What if I could do it?"
It's so crazy. People really do feel like they can just grab gay men like that.
No one's grabbing
Well, I
me.
actually don't
shit.
mind.
No one
I
grabs me
actually,
either.
it's part of the gay culture that I wish still was around.
Oh,
Like, cause you
harassment?
could, where you could walk through a gay bar and just like get grabbed. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I
They
don't
grab
feel
me, they start throwing up. They're like, oh my God,
What
lose
did I
some weight.
touch?
Oh my God, why is your skin like that? You fucking...
Where's my hand? Where's my hand?
It just gets sucked up.
It's stuck.
It's like glue. They're stuck. It's like, quicksand.
He's assaulting me.
Yeah,
He's
like-
assaulting me.
He's assaulting me.
Like from SpongeBob, my leg!
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I only say not mean things, but sometimes, once again, another brag, but if someone comes up to me and would be like, you were my favorite on the show, and if they say it to other comics, in front of me, in front of other comics who are on the show, I'll be like, hey, I know what you're trying to say, I go, but they're literally my friends.
Yeah.
Please don't say that.
Yeah, no, I eat that up. I go, you should say it louder. You should say it louder for the people that are over there that aren't hearing you.
That's so funny.
I love when they do that. But when they, yeah.
I tell them
don't-
to Yelp it. I go, oh my God, you should Yelp that.
Comment that on IG.
Yeah.
IG. So you're not dating?
No, I mean, like, that'd be cool, but I can't even fathom a world where I have time.
Yeah.
And then, because it's like,
I literally was thinking about this the other day. I go, all these male comics all keep getting girlfriends or fucking. I go, how do they have the time to do this? Like, I literally just stopped working this week, and prior to that, I had no free time to go on dates, to do anything.
They
I
invite
don't.
them to shows.
yeah, no, that's
Oh.
it. Because when
Yeah.
you're a guy, when you're a straight man, seriously, like, it's so much, when being a woman, like, I don't know if this is the case but like, for a woman, like, what I do on stage is so intimidating and weird to dudes.
Yeah, well,
that,
men
like,
hate
they
stand-up.
have, yeah, they have to, like, see me first as a person, or they have to, like, already know. That's why I think I'm gonna have to, like, date a comic or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, they are gonna have to know me and, like, get that I'm, like, doing this thing on stage and I am this, like, really abrasive person, but I'm also, like, a woman. Like, and a lot of guys, like, they can't put it together. Like,
I
they're
think
like,
that's actually why I don't like if somebody just sees me for the first time and then they come up to me after the show. I'm like, oh, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not that
I'm not
guy.
unhinged.
Yeah,
I'm not a
exactly.
crazy person that I am on stage.
exactly.
Yeah, they come up to me and I go, I don't actually hate women. That's just what I talk about on stage.
They're like, wait, what? I thought we were gonna bond on that.
Yeah, that was my favorite part about you.
I like when somebody comes up to me after a show and is like, or they'll DM me after a show, they'll be like, you're thick. That's what'll happen a lot.
2 C's?
Yeah, 2 C's, maybe a K, whatever.
Feel like a K is like, oh,
Oh, like calling me, like maybe it's a little fat.
I don't know. I
I
would
don't
be
think you
nervous
know.
to type the K.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay.
Thick. 2C is kind of like, to me, screams that you're just like an internet whore. It's like you're just using lingo.
Yeah.
Right.
Like being like you're thick, spelling it right is being like, hey man, I'm trying to get a message across to you. I thought you were thick as hell. I never respond. But I feel like that's how I might end up meeting a husband.
It's so funny 'cause if someone texted me and said like you're thick, I'd be like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
It is.
In my head,
It's a tricky
thick
line to
also
walk.
mean like thick with a K means like dumb.
That's the British in you.
Yeah. He's fucking that guy's thick.
Well, I see. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
No, that's an insult.
That's
I
what I,
kind of
like.
like
About
it.
That's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's thick faggot.
I wish people thought I was dumb.
I think people do think I'm dumb.
People think you're dumb?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
People think. Well, okay. I think people think you're dumb.
Oh, I was just talking about him. Crazy you're saying that. What are you talking about? Liz, no one thinks I'm dumb. No one thinks that.
No, wait, I pointed at the wrong
literally
person.
I
no
kind
one
of go.
thinks
I kind
that.
of say to people like I'm dumb. I will.
Yeah, but that's like what people do to you. You're trying to like masquerade the fact that you literally know everything about everybody. I can feel it.
Dennis.
Seriously.
I guess it is a little Charlie for me to be like, I speak Chinese.
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, but I don't know how these guys are dating. I really don't. I guess they are inviting them to shows, and like women are like, oh my god, look at him on stage. Men don't like that.
Oh,
What-
they also don't get booked.
Yeah, they also don't get booked. That's huge.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was gonna mention that.
That's
I
a
was
big
gonna
one.
mention
said
that.
I'm doing shows every night.
Yeah, exactly. We're successful every single night of the week.
I'm talking.
and
I'm
during the
gonna say,
daytime.
How are you guys dating? I'm working
I
every
know
night.
exactly.
Like,
Even during the day, my time is taken from me. I just don't.
yeah.
I can't just like gaslight a woman all day long.
Yeah.
and that's my fault.
Yeah, men are so hard to gaslight.
Yeah.
What kind of man are you looking for?
A black one.
I'm really into sluts right now.
Delete that.
What?
No, add it twice.
I thought you were gonna laugh because you
No,
always say I only date
She
black
would
guys.
never laugh. She's.
Yeah, I've
That's
never
too
laughed
serious.
before.
Yeah. Okay.
It would fuck up my Botox.
Do you have Botox?
No, it's just I've been watching a lot of Real Housewives.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean I have only fucked with black guys, but I don't know, like, okay, so actually I was trying to do the math. Okay, can you guys tell me like either one of you like how many guys you kind of estimate that you fucked so that I can say my number and it sounds smaller?
Are we including blowjobs?
Yes.
Oh, we shouldn't do that.
Okay, but it's over 3 digits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think I fucked like 40, like somewhere from like 30 to 60 guys. Probably more like 30 to 40 guys.
And how old are you?
27.
27. And then when did you lose your virginity?
16, 17.
Okay, so about 10 years. So for a year, that's nothing. That's fucking nothing.
That's once a quarter.
That's
No,
once a
in
quarter.
1 year I went completely celibate.
But
Most of them
average.
were
The
crushed
math.
out throughout college and high school. But this is the thing. All of them have been African American.
You've never had sex with a white man.
I've never even had sex with an African. Only African American.
Okay,
Well,
And a
that's
few
probably
Jamaicans.
easier because
think
you
it's
are in
a
America.
few Jamaicans. And a few Jamaicans.
I don't know. I've met a lot of Africans that I just like wasn't into. But
Okay, well, see, now it's starting to seem like a pattern.
that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. I think it is like a pattern, and I want to see what y'all's thoughts are on it. Like, do I need to go fuck a white guy? Do I need to like? It just doesn't. Anytime I've like thought about that,
I don't think
don't
I don't
want to.
think it should be a white guy first because I think that's putting too much pressure on him for the race.
No,
I
he
think
thinks
you
that black
start-
dudes only have the largest dicks in the entire
I think you
world.
start with like a
I
Hispanic
have
dude.
mainly had huge dicks. so.
Hispanic dude, maybe. That's a
That's
nice
what.
middle
Okay,
ground.
that's what my friend was saying is that Hispanic dudes are great in bed, and also
Yeah,
like
look at that.
I'm.
There's so much passion and energy.
Yeah.
Machismo.
Yeah, but they seem kind of short and annoying.
I've had
I'll
sex
kill
with
it.
so many all the
that out.
races.
They don't have to be Mexican. You can get like literally like a Spaniard. They're tall.
Yeah, true.
Argentinian.
Why are you laughing at my son? Because we have to cut that.
No, we're keeping it in.
It's not bad.
It's bad because she did this.
I
No,
know,
they seem
I
short
know,
and annoying.
I know. It seems like they're kind of short and annoying.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's a stereotype for sure, but there's plenty of different types of people all over the different types
But
of
do you
people.
guys think, and I would love for the viewers to pop in, do you guys think I'm like wrong? I'm starting to question this. I'm questioning my sexuality. 27, only ever black guys.
Can I ask you a question?
And I've been doing
See?
comedy for the past 5 years, so I've met increasingly less and less
Can
black
I
guys
ask
each
you a
year.
question? And this
Yes.
is just based on stereotypes, which is like, I mean, it's like a thing on like that people talk about that like black men like bigger girls. And do you think that in your head, because you grew up bigger, that was just more of a comfort place of like maybe feeling more comfortable because even society hearing that and knowing that you were kind of like, oh, this is a thing, and those are the guys who maybe came after you, so you're like, oh, I know that these guys like me, and this
Yeah.
is like
One thou wow
You
percent.
don't have you? Do you
1 thou
hunt?
wow
Do
percent.
you hunt? Do you look?
No, I don't really look.
See,
But I
so
kind of
maybe
look.
if you looked,
No, but here's the thing. I've looked. One time I thought this white guy liked me, and we were like kind of talking, and like my friends were like, "Dude, he totally likes you." And then he went out and asked my more conventionally attractive and skinnier friend. So I
more
was like,
conventionally skinny.
well, she was more conventionally attractive and skinnier.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Maybe
skinny as
like do
fuck.
an easier transition. Like if you're gonna have sex with a white guy, just make sure like his head is shaved and he wears like, a really big chain.
Chet Hanks.
Yeah, like have fucking a Chet Hanks white guy.
If you only knew that that's what I thought I had.
Yeah.
I had a total like,
Total white boy summer.
yeah, like that's what I thought I was getting into, and then it devastated
I actually
me.
do think that you should broaden your you should broaden it and try to have sex with other races.
I should.
I don't.
Wait, here's the-
I think
You
that you
don't.
should. I think you should do.
I'm
you know,
very torn legitimately.
I think that you should do it by class.
Oh.
That's
Keep
a
going.
classic Colton
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. I think that
Okay,
you
but I
should try
like
to
it.
find somebody with a certain type of job
Okay.
or a certain type of boat. Having boat.
Everything you do is to manipulate somebody else to get a boat.
What?
You're always like trying. You know what you should do is find someone with a boat. It's all to get back to Colton can get on the boat.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but I mean, she.
Well, I'm like
it's-
looking for
sure,
answers.
Sure, this white guy out there might exist, but do you want a smelly one that lives in a studio apartment? No.
yeah. That's always what I'm attracted to. I'm like, oh my god, he's incredible. It's like Dylan, he's rolling around his own dirt.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the backgrounds of pictures more than I look at the foreground. I'm looking to see what they got
Oh my
going
God.
on with if they hang up their towel properly. You know, I'm looking.
You know what I did? You'll love this. I lost my job. Made a profile on Seeking Arrangements.
What is that?
It's basically like a sugar baby thing. So that I would like hang out with guys who have money.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
want-
have to top Lindsey Graham.
Oh, no. I would only do hot guys.
That's not. They don't pay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Hot guys pay.
Yeah, they pay because you don't like the commitment. It's like this is.
Wendy Starling told me that they just don't want a guy. They what they want is like easy, fun play on the side that like they don't have to worry about you like blowing up their cell phone, and that's basically me.
What about worry about you talking about it on a podcast?
If I was getting paid,
thousands-
I wouldn't. By the way, I hook up with guys all the time that none of y'all even know about.
Same.
I want to be like that.
There are guys that come in here and I go, here's this crazy story, blah blah blah, and then there are so many more that y'all listening will never know about. My close friends will never know about, and
That's a mystery thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
You
there are
guys need to
certain
impart
things
that on me.
well, it's more based on shame because usually they're married, and
Okay.
so I'm kind of like
Maybe
that's
that's
bad.
it.
There's also instances. If you have one instance, you want to talk about that. But if you have 10, maybe you just talk about one.
Yeah.
And statistically, you're not talking about 90% of the things.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think I need really all the numbers. Any race needs to I need to multiply it.
Yeah.
I need to go up. This
Maybe
summer,
take a
I'm ending my
sabbatical from the black
20s.
guys.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Do
I
what?
just like a
Stop.
sabbatical
A
from black guys.
sabbatical? I used a big word.
Here's the thing. Black guys also, for me, they seem to be way more comfortable with my aggression, where white guys get freaked out and they get like aggressive back. But the black guys are just kind of like, oh, you're being funny right now. Like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like for some reason used to it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
And-
they say, bitch, you stupid?
Yeah, exactly. Or like literally black guys would just be like, you're gonna stop fucking talking to me like that. And then I'm like, okay.
You are the masculine energy, and you need someone who's gonna be more masculine than
Exactly,
you.
'cause-
And these white guys are like writing poetry, being like,
I
faggots.
know. They're like, why are you being mean to me?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God. And yeah, there's not
But
much.
we're also around a lot of really sensitive pussy boys in comedy.
It's like humiliating.
It really is humiliating to watch them talk to each other and me.
Yeah, exactly. Or talk to other women, or try and talk to me.
Yeah, I hate. This is so mean. Maybe this is a pick me or whatever, but I hate when all of a sudden the pretty girls start hanging out because all of the comics no longer want to have fun chats. All of a sudden it's like,
No.
and you can't say anything. They've ruined the party.
I know. I ruin a party.
Yeah, I do look at them like,
I No, they get
Oh,
so
God.
awkward around me.
Well, we only have 2 segments on the show.
That's true.
The first segment is, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, well, I wanted you guys to make a morning routine for me, but I'm afraid we're running out of time.
You wake up, drink a gallon of water, and go work out.
Immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
you
Like
don't have a
go to the gym, drive to the gym.
Yeah, or I work out outside every day.
Where do you work out?
I go to Gold's Gym typically or a yoga class because my neighborhood's too like weird to run in.
Because you don't work until the afternoons and nights, right?
Yeah.
You should be working out every single morning right
Immediately?
when you wake up. Yes.
Like before I eat.
I would drink water, have like a granola bar, and go to the gym.
Yeah, I have to eat before I go to the gym.
Yeah, because my thing is like I end up making breakfast and then that takes so long and then I like
Go right to
Don't
the
stop
gym.
making breakfast. Just have a banana.
okay.
And then you can eat afterwards.
Yeah.
And then actually, that's the best time to eat. Is 30 minutes after your workout.
Okay.
Before 30 minutes.
Done. Okay, then what about my nighttime routine?
Then you have to work.
I work and then I
do
get
comedy.
home. That's my issue. I get home. I want to be like I get home. I shower. I journal. I massage myself, and then I go.
Not
I wanna
everything can be
perfect person.
productive. Sometimes you need to rot.
Sometimes I need to rot. Okay.
Yeah.
Because okay, that's what I kind of want to do too. Is like I get home, I shower, I do like an edible, and I watch TV.
If you're reward based, then all day needs to be productive. And if you have time at night to rot, and that's you doing the things to like your rewards, do it then. But make sure the entire day is productive before that.
Okay, I love that.
I
I'm
also
gonna do that like
found
a Bible.
I don't have it anymore because I sold it, but my cold plunge, I would do that as soon as I got home
Oh, jeez.
at
that's a
night
weird thing to say.
because it spikes your dopamine and then you can crash and cuddle just like fucking like this.
Okay,
So no matter
cute.
how awesome your show was, if you're riding on that high, there's nothing that an ice bath won't compare to that.
Right. Okay.
It's 2x dopamine. I don't know.
Okay, I do love that.
So
But
I mean, you could
don't
try
have
with a cold
bath and I
shower.
never
You
will.
can have a cold shower.
Okay, true.
Because
True.
I'm like you. I need to go home and I want to scroll on TikTok for an hour and a half while witches do tarot cards and tell me that big things are coming for me.
I love that you say I'm like you and then say that.
I meant rotting.
Yeah,
that's
no,
me.
totally,
that's
totally.
me rotting.
No,
Are you
yeah,
saying rotting?
Rotting. R-O-T. Rotting. Like rotting in the grave. Your body's disintegrating. You're not doing anything. You're dead.
You gotta just completely disassociate.
Rotting. Your
Clone.
brain
Yeah.
rot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
the kids online are
that's
calling
why I've been loving my little edible and just fucking
it.
watching
Have
Real
fun with
Housewives
it.
of New Jersey.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Yeah. And then we have one final segment, which is what the podcast is all about,
Right.
which is...
If you were a gay man, would you
Oh, I
rather have
remember
sex
this.
with me or Dylan? Dylan's topping, I'm bottoming. We both love oral, and apparently we have to say giving oral.
Yeah.
I remember this question from last time. This is difficult. This is difficult. It's more difficult because you've gotten hotter.
Thank you.
And
Do you really mean that?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because people keep saying
And here's
that,
the
but I'm
thing.
not taking it in.
I'm worried. This is what I'm worried. I'm just gonna say everything candidly and not even filter anything. I am more attracted to Dylan as a straight woman. Like if I were to fuck a man, and out of these two men, I would fuck Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
then I would ruin your fucking life.
Not you, because you're white.
Yeah. Well, but we're talking about it. I might fucking open up my doors.
Okay.
And
Jorts?
my jorts.
Jean
my
shorts?
doors. My doors. But I would feel like because of my like stereotypes of what I think about gay men and how they think, I feel like if I were a gay man, I would fuck Colton.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I wouldn't want anything in my butt. And you're saying you're the bottom. So I guess I would want to fuck you, but I feel like my heart wants Dylan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're also a gay man, so you would probably want something in your butt.
Yeah, and I probably would want both if I was a gay man, right? It seems like based on most of the conversations I have with you guys, you're fucking a lot of people.
I actually haven't had sex in a long time.
Oh, okay. Well, you've been giving blowjobs though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like both of you guys, I would want to get the business.
Yeah,
dude.
we
I
have
would
to
wanna-
choose.
I would have. Well, yeah. Well, okay. If you're asking me the question is if I'm a gay man,
Yeah.
I want to fuck Colton.
Love
Okay.
it.
But as a straight woman, I want to fuck Dylan. And I am a straight woman.
Right.
And that's my
No
problem.
offense.
My curse to bear is that women want to have sex with me.
Yes.
And men don't.
Exactly.
And that's my curse. The fairy put on me when I was a little baby.
How do you break that curse?
I don't know.
You let me
I get
in.
skinned.
You have to fuck the pog.
Oh,
in
God.
order to
The
break the
pog. I don't
curse.
like when you call yourself a pog.
Why not?
Because it's
Well,
just-
we should have started with this.
Pog to me, it's just not, I don't know. It's just like, I think you're so much more than a pog.
Fat ass white girl.
You're also just not fat.
But I have a
No,
fat
fat
ass.
ass white girl's a good thing. It's like you got a huge ass. It's a fat ass white girl.
Oh, okay.
And I have on my juicy sweatpants today. Can I show your listeners?
Yeah.
Which camera?
Oh, wow.
See?
Yeah.
You get those at a vintage store?
Yeah, I got it at a vintage store. Yes, I got it at a vintage store.
Okay.
I'm so sweaty on my back.
Okay, so thank you for coming on the podcast for our number one pog. Liz, do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Covered in Liz. When is this going to come out?
2 weeks.
Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
I'm headlining Fort Worth Hyenas on August 3rd. Liz Splatt and Friends, please come. And then on October 20-something, I'm headlining Creek in the Cave, Liz Splatt and Friends.
Very cool.
And every Wednesday, you can catch me and Lucas McCrary at doing the Absolute Show, 8 p.m., Creek in the Cave, POG-owned business, POG-supported business.
Absolute Show is incredible. Make sure to check it out.
It's an absolute blast. Please come out.
Dylan stole your spot last week.
I got to be the co-host.
Dylan did not steal. He was granted an opportunity to try and see if he could match up to my energy. I heard he did well, but no one could replace the
That is so true. I was up here being like, where is Liz?
But I heard there was like a robot and stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
I should watch it.
It was great.
That's amazing.
And follow me at Dylan P. Carlino.
Colton Dowling, and
The
of
Jimmy
course,
Clifford.
And please like, subscribe, make a comment on the YouTube. It makes a huge difference. And guys, sign up for the Patreon. It's the best part of the podcast. Liz, put your shirt down.
Sorry.
That's going on the Patreon. All right, we love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad.
To drag out horse.